Pooltin team. Vladitim Pooltin. I like those, Jess. Good to see you. Vladimir Putin. Oh, we got Trump news. We got Vlad Putin news. Which is Tim Pool news. Vlad Putin is Tim Pool news. And then we're going to talk about Max Miller. Also, I got an incredible audio of, what is this lady's name? Laura Ingraham. I think it should just be Ingram, not Ingraham. But anyways, she is calling on Laura Ingraham from Fox News Channel. That's what it says in the Angle Alert. Weird show name. Laura is calling for Democrats, independents to work with the Republicans to defeat the Democratic socialists, the coalition of socialists uniting across America to bring the wealth back to the people, away from the trillion and gazillionaires, and bring it back into the hands of the people who created that wealth. And Fox News is openly airing this, saying like, hey, Democrats, independents, we need your help. We all got to align, guys. We're the capitalist party. I know we go by different names, but we're all just the capitalist party. And these socialists, shout out Chris Valenti, I think he's live right now. The socialists are going to redistribute our wealth back to the people who created that wealth. And we can't have that, can we? That's anti-American, to give the working people a piece of what they created. And this audio is delectable. If you haven't heard it yet, we'll probably just play it on repeat. Because she also says, the socialists are going to lock up Trump and ICE. And I say, yep, can't wait. Put them all in prison. And then we got some great liars in the news. And then we might have the possibly the funniest audio I've heard in a long time. Because if you hit subscribe and the notification bell and you've been here for the 2 years I've been going live, you know I like to make the joke. He has a no gag reflex. I love that joke. I've been making that joke for 20 years now. It's a good joke. Look at the no gag reflex on him. That guy's got no gag reflex. You know, you make that joke about MAGA and the Trump regime. And before that, you just pepper it in wherever you felt it appropriate. It's like the that's what she said joke, but a little bit more clever. We're not clever, but a little bit more of a roast. And I'm not joking. RFK Jr. just claimed he has a no gag reflex. That's not something you want to brag about. That isn't something you, as a man, you write home to mom about. Anyways, sorry, I got on repeat. Bunk bed coffins, you know them no good. Because listen, bunk bed coffin, virtual independent artist on YouTube and apparently TikTok. But I've looked for you on TikTok and I think you have to approve people on there. So bunk bed, let me follow you on TikTok. I don't know why he only puts clippets of these songs. He did an Amy Winehouse cover, You Know I'm No Good, and I love Amy Winehouse. And it's so good, but he didn't upload the whole song. 'Cause you're my fellow guy. 'Cause you're my fellow guy. 'Cause you're my fellow guy. 'Cause you're my fellow guy.
This is an Amy Winehouse cover.
Go check out Bunk Bed Coffin. If you like grunge music, 90s, Kurt Cobain, all that, he's so good. Alright, sorry. I was just listening to some musics. Cage, Brian, Jessica, Little Oreo, Karen, good to see you. Turkey Burger, Sandwich Niner. Did I catch a Niner in there? What a great name. we'll see how your behavior is. But until then, Sandwich Niner. You put a 9 before the ER. That's brilliant. Is that a reference to Tommy Boy? Did I catch a niner in there? Edward Cage. Agata? Is that how you pronounce it? Agata Matova. I hope I pronounced that right. What a name on that one, huh? Hello. I hope I pronounced it. If I didn't, spell it phonetically. But that Agata, I like that name. That's, or maybe it's Agata. I don't know where the inflections go, how the consonants and the vowels and the cadence arrhythmiate the name there, but that's a cool one. Sometimes I just enjoy reading the handles. I get that all the time with my name. Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do. That's why I pronounced it and then immediately went, okay, I probably fucked that up. My apologies. I did not mean to mess up a name that beautiful. I really didn't. You said it right. Oh, come on. Now you're just being nice, and I appreciate that. But that's cool. Agata Matova. Good God, that name is like, and this is not, that name is musical in the way like Hakuna Matata, you know? Like we could write a song. Your name could be a song title. Led Zeppelin could have wrote Agata Matova and people would be fucking singing that in stadiums. You know what I mean? In fact, Bunk Bed Coffin, Bunky, the artist I was just playing, write a song named Agata Matova. It sounds like an anti-fat, like Bella Ciao. That sounds like that could be an Antifa anthem. Agata. I'm not going to even try. That's amazing. Love your name. Love your I could do 18 minutes on the name Agata Matova. What kind of name is that, by the way? If you don't mind me just interviewing you for about 2.5 minutes. What is that name? You're making me blush out of embarrassment. I'm sorry, I don't mean to point you out, but with a name like that, you're going to be the center of attention once in a while. What is that name? Does it have a meaning? I can't put my finger on it. You could spin a globe, I could throw a fucking dart, and if it landed even in the ocean, I'd be like, yeah, that's an oceanic name. I could see that. I could see South Russian. I love it. I love that it's South. It's even better. Oh my God, this just keeps getting better. Listen, it's not North Russian. And if you're thinking it's West Russian, my Christ, you were wrong. This is Southern Russian. Beautiful this time of year. Beautiful. That is something else. I'll tell you what, I tried learning a little bit of Russian, and some of your letters really fuck me up. And I don't mean to curse like that, but when I see some of those, I don't even know what they're called. Some of them Russian letters, for the life of me, it's like hieroglyphs, you know? They're more confusing to me than like the Japanese kanji or the Chinese, what is it? Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, what's up, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights? How are the sports highlights coming? Happy Tuesday. I love your artwork behind you. Avid reader. I love that name. Are you truly an avid reader? We'll find out. 5150. What? Avid reader 50. I'm such an avid reader. Lock me up. Oh, there's my pixie. Are my pixies and my fairies in the chat? Yes, I am. Oh, good. Good. You know what? That's good. That's really good that you're an avid reader. We don't get a lot of those. Are you not American? Is that what it is? Are you not from America? Is that why you're an avid reader? Or maybe you're American and as soon as they were like, we're going to ban some books and burn them, you were like, I got to read all those. Or if you've heard about the AI in, what is it, Australia, that's buying rare books, scanning them, and then tearing them up and throwing them in the incinerators. So those books are only on AI. So AI only has the knowledge. Yeah, I think we should tear those AI machines up and put them in incinerators. Okay, we're going to go through a ton of news. I'm just letting some people stroll in. I got the funniest audio ever of RFK Jr. I make the joke all the fucking time, he has no gag reflex. And this time, I didn't even have to make the joke. RFK did it for me. Fox News is panicking. They're asking for the Democrats, Independents, and Republicans to unite as one to defeat the socialists in America. How dare these socialists try to take that tax money and reinvest it in their communities? How dare they try to take it from us billionaires who simply only have a few hundred billions of dollars? These people with their lack of health insurance and shortening lifespans and worrying about rent. Oh, so greedy. We have so much stuff. Russians use the Cyrillic alphabet. Oh, really? Oh, that is in. Thank you, Edward. I didn't know that, and I probably pronounced that wrong. But yeah, listen, that Russian alphabet is something else. Something else. It's like when you see a name in Irish, you know, and you're like, oh, that's not pronounced how it's spelled. There's no fucking way. You know? Anyways, it's just like, how do you pronounce that symbol? Oh, God, the language is so fascinating. I wish I was smarter, you know? I just wish I was, what are they called? What was Noam Chomsky a professor of? It's such a weird word. Oh, hold on, Noam Chomsky. What was he a professor of? A linguist! Linguist. A professor of linguistics. Yeah, that's it. I wish I was a linguistics. I wish I was a very cunning linguist. That's kind of a cunning play on words right there. But anyways, Noam kind of died to me once he came out in the Epstein files with pictures of him and Jeff Epstein. You telling me that American intellectual didn't know what he was doing? Get the fuck out of here. He's manufacturing our consent to be okay with it. And I say no. And I'm pissed. I wrote him an email a few years ago. He didn't write me back. Now I'm kind of glad because that probably would have tied me 1 degree from the Epstein files. Whew. Dodged a bullet on that one. Saint Cyril, Greek monk. Oh, goddamn, Chris J. Look at that. Yo, please keep, that's amazing. I'm going to look this up because we'll get to news, but when the chat is like educating me, I'm all in. Saint Cyril. Oh, yeah, of Alexandria. Oh, he wore some cool clothes. Damn, where do you get the Saint Cyril outfits? I would wear that shit in a heartbeat. Dude, who was his fucking... Saint Cyril of Alexandria was the Patriarch of Alexandria from 412 to 444. Chris, how did you know this? What, are you related to him? You're like, hey, he's my great uncle. I have his hat. If you have his hat, I would like one. Does anybody know where you can... Is there a Saint Cyril outfitters anywhere? And if you haven't seen what he wears, holy shit, this guy was dressed to the nines, man. Goddamn robes and a hat. Like, I've never even seen that kind of hat before, but I want one. If I show up looking real weird, just know I'm dressed like Saint Cyril. He was enthroned when the city was at the height of its influence and power was within the Roman Empire. Cyril wrote extensively. It was a major player in the Christological controversies of the late 4th and 5th century. Good God. I don't want to bore you guys, but I might have to. Cyril is counted among the church fathers, also as a doctor of the church. And his reputation within the Christian world has resulted in his titles, Pillar of Faith and Seal of All Fathers. That kind of seal. The Nestorian bishops at the Synod at the Council of Ephesus declared him a heretic, labeling him as a monster, born and educated for the destruction of the church. Ooh, I like this guy even more now. They called him a monster? That's awesome. He's well known for his dispute with Nestorius and his supporter, Patriarch John of Antioch. Is he really well known for that? Like, who are you talking about that is well knowing this stuff? Because I didn't. I mean, Chris did. Jesus. What are they going to do? Pray for healing? Yeah, that's the funny thing. Well, that's why they probably called him a monster. Because Cyril, they say Saint Cyril, who we're talking about, the Saint Pope of Alexandria, I forget already. He was something of Alexandria, central figure of the council, something, or it doesn't matter. But when you're called the doctor of the church, you know, in 412, in Anna Domini, in the year of our Lord, doctor of the church, I'm pretty sure that's known as a witch. I'm pretty sure back in the fucking 412s, if you were any kind of doctor, if you were like, oh, I could heal you, take some of this, you know, fucking root. Take some of these, let me crush this root up and feed it to you. They were like, burn that witch. But turns out the doctor of the church was labeled a monster, educated for the destruction of the church. I love that. I love how they're like, that's so similar to today, right? So similar to today. They're like, look at this educated asshole trying to disassemble America. Burn those books, you know? It's like, do you hear what you're saying? Educated to destroy something? No, man. All right. I'll do this later. You guys just threw me down a goddamn rabbit hole again. Oh, God. Wait. He is also known for the expulsion of Novatians and Jews from Alexandria. He is sometimes thought to have inflamed tensions that led to the murder of the Hellenistic philosopher Hypatia. Oh, not Hypatia, by a Christian mob. Historians disagree over the extent of his responsibility in this. Oh my God, so he was J6ing back in the 412s? Good God, man. Maybe I don't like this guy. I should read some more before I start saying shit. Holy fuck. Oh man, this is interesting. All right, thank you. So apparently the Russian alphabet is based off of Saint Cyril, who was the saint of Alexandria, which is all very fascinating to me, and I will go down that rabbit hole later because that's probably boring to you. Leaf, what's up? Oh, good to see you, Leaf. I haven't seen you in a while. My football coach's name was Max Miller. I really hated that guy, but still, I used to too. Ha! That's a good Hedberg one. That's a good. I love that. That's a great. A fucking Leaf. Fucking Leaf. What's that painting behind you mean? It's up to your interpretation. I'm gonna be very honest. Agata Matova. That's South Russian. Yeah. What would you like it to mean? There's no wrong way to see an art piece. I think that's no wrong way to eat a Reese's Pieces. It doesn't matter. Capitalism rots all our brains. I should be thrown out of the country for wanting something in return for my tax dollars. Yeah, that's what Laura Ingraham and Fox News are talking about today, and I'm going to play that audio for you. Like, they're asking the elites to unite across the very non-existent border of Democrats, Independents, and Republicans. Like, I'm pretty sure they all just work together anyways. The one thing they're known for, besides like not passing bipartisan bills, is not passing bipartisan bills to help the people and keep the wealth and the access to all the things, amenities of America. Like, America's a goddamn hotel and we're all the staff. Like, that's the one thing they're known for. Like, whenever you hear like, oh, it was shocking, this bill was bipartisan, the shocking part is that they're usually traffic jammed, and they're usually not bipartisan to fuck us over. Like, that's the whole deal. Like, the gig is up. The jig is up, folks. Their whole thing is like, let's just stall this out until enough people forget about it. And that's how they work together. You know what I mean? The facade, the theater of politics is like, there's one line in that bill that I just couldn't vote on. And it's like, no, that's the theater of politics. That's what they do to keep their end of the bargain with the corporations and their sponsors and all the people that should be putting their sponsorship on their political NASCAR jackets. That is their end of the bargain. They're like, we won't pass anything that works in the public's favor. We are not working for the public. You know, this is not a democracy. This is a elite global cabal of corporate tech bros that are pulling the strings behind, not even behind closed doors anymore. Now they're just doing it out in the open. What's up, Smoking Blondie? Harmon's our war. J6ing back in the 400s? That's not me. Go to Wikipedia. Go to Cyril What is it? Cyril Shuke? No, that's a Brazilian fucking fisherman. What is this guy's name again? Something? Cyril of Alexandria. I guess they didn't even have last names back then. He was just known as, it's like Jesus. They were like, look at the Nazarene. Look at that Galilee dude, you know? I do like how he dresses though. I gotta give it to Cyril of Alexandria, the 4th and 5th century monk. The fucking dude dressed fancy. And I guarantee you that Bible was fire. Had some cool images in it. But if you go to Cyril of Alexandria, Saint Pope Cyril of Alexandria, the Patriarch of Alexandria's Wikipedia, which is funny, he has a Wikipedia. What did they say? This is no joke. They were like, this dude was J6ing back in the 400s. Oh yeah, look. He is also known for the expulsion of Novatians. That sounds like some Guardians of the Galaxy fucking people. And the Jews from Alexandria. He's sometimes thought to have inflamed tensions that led to the murder of the Hellenistic philosopher Hypatia by a Christian mob. Historians disagree over the extent of his responsibility in this, which that whole paragraph just sounds like J6 in 412. You know? My God. What a cycle we're living in. Anyways, let's get to some news. Are enough people here? I think so. Oh, I am that is. Good to see you. Says Cyril was 32 when he died. Really? Brian, good to see you. Really? Did he die at the age of 32? No. Born 376, died 444. Age 67, 68. In the province of Egypt, in the Byzantine Empire. When's this feast day? I think we should start celebrating feast days again. You know, I think that's a cool thing. You just have a feast, you know, go outside, light a fire, have a big feast, multiple thanksgivings. All right, you guys are distracting me too much. Cut it out, all right? I misread. That's all right. What's up, Primal? Good to see you. Our units. No one is really here. Oh, yeah, there isn't. That's okay. Share it. Tell a friend. I don't know how YouTube. YouTube, what do I got to do? Play something funny? Listen to this. This is RFK Jr. This is the most hilarious audio I've heard in a long time. Like, this guy is really out here just embarrassing himself on the regular. And somehow America is, like, allowing it? I don't know.
The most exotic. I will literally eat anything because I don't have
But even
the gag reflex.
What? Dude, this fucking guy. I can't believe he just said that about himself. Where is my photo of RFK? We gotta get a photo of him up here. Come on, my man. Where is RFK? He's like, I know I got some. Oh! What the hell is that? And we'll keep playing this. I mean, we're gonna play this all day. Here he is. There's RFK Jr. And let's listen to this audio again. I still like, dude, do you hear the words you're saying out loud, or you just say shit and not pay attention? Like, that's how much this guy talks to hear himself talk. I cannot believe the Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert Kennedy Jr. Like, just when you thought the Kennedy name couldn't get some more shade thrown on it, you know, like old Teddy murking a woman in an accident, drunk driving accident, all the stuff that is associated with the Kennedys. And this is probably the most embarrassing, heinous one. He went on stage and owned himself. Fucking owned himself. He was like, I got no gag reflex. I'll put anything down this gullet. I'm like a pelican.
The most exotic.
By the way, they're doing a YouTube symposium. I don't know what the hell this is. They got the public health services flags behind it. It says the Real Food Show, Secretary Kennedy. And he's sitting in these fancy ass chairs with this lady doing an interview. When he tells her, like, oh yeah, I'll eat any exotic food. You got some sauteed raccoon penis. You got bloated whale livers.
I will literally eat anything because I don't have
But even
Will you eat that lettuce that has the deadly diarrhea in it? Like, how is no one capitalized? Aren't you capitalist? How are you not capitalizing on these moments when RMK Jr.'s like, I'll eat anything? It's like, would you eat the diarrhea lettuce from Taco Bell? If I pulled out two Crunch Wrap Chalupa Supremes or whatever they serve there, I haven't been to Taco Bell in like 40 years. If I pulled out a couple of Crunch Wrap Chalupa Mountain Dew Baja Blast Supremes right now with extra lettuce, would you eat those, RFK Jr.? Would you eat those, buddy? Huh? That's pretty exotic. That's what we call an American delicacy, Taco Bell.
I don't have
but
I don't
even
have a
with your
gag reflex. Let me put it like that. Put it like that. I will eat anything, and
That's so fun. Would you eat a dick? Would you eat a dick? I think we all know the answer to that because he does. He eats Trumps, and there is no gag reflex. He is not lying there. When he's guzzling that Trump C, when he's guzzling that little Trump mushroom, well, you don't really need a gag reflex for that, but he's not lying. Let me just get to where I wish that lady wouldn't talk over him either. Like when you're getting a golden clip like that, shut the fuck up, lady. God damn. Don't you know how to act accordingly when he's telling you, like, I'll eat any exotic food? Baby jerky from Epstein's. I mean, I'll eat anything. Let's just put it like that. I'm no gag reflex. I'm RFK. It's like, let's eat a whole snake. Remember when RFK Jr. caught the two snakes? I just want to see him eat it. No gag reflex, huh? Don't chew. Just guzzle it down. You gull it. Come on. Or eat the Taco Bell poo-poo lettuce, Just eat a whole bowl of Taco Bell lettuce. Will you do that, sir? Please, sir. Prove that you have no gag reflex. Prove it. Why are we letting these people just say stuff, They should have pulled it out like he was on goddamn Hot Ones and been like, okay, no gag reflex. Well, here, we have a whole bowl of that poo-poo lettuce for you to eat. Go ahead.
I don't have
but
I don't
even
have a
with your
gag reflex.
Oh, you talked over it. You should be fired right now. And that suit is horrible, lady. I wish I had a picture of this pink pastel suit she's wearing. My God, you're irritating me because you just talked over the greatest clip ever of RFK Jr. telling you he has no gag reflex. Like, you want to talk about having to say no homo after something. That's the time, buddy. That's the time, you alpha cuck.
but
I don't
even
have a
with your
gag reflex.
Oh, it's so good. You got to understand, this is an ancient joke. Anybody who has studied the art of making fun of your friends has heard this joke at some point. You go out, you're with all your boys or girls, you're just with your friends, and you're meeting some new people, and then you just drop oh yeah, he's got no gag reflex. Look at him chug that corn, and everybody cracks up, and you're the beloved one, and that guy's, questioning himself the rest of the night. Do I look like I have no gag reflex? Was I eating that corn we had? Does everybody eat corn like this? You're going out for hot dogs, and you're like, look at the no gag reflex on this guy, Oh my God, you go to a high school reunion, you throw out there, look at her, she had no gag reflex. But to do it to yourself, that is some Tony Heathcliff shit, That is some Tom Segura stuff. That is some Andrew Schultz, Tim Dillon-esque Joe Rogan comedy right there, That is the humping the stool on stage of whatever this political show is. The Real Food Show? What the fuck are they doing? What is the Health and Human Services Secretary do? Why is he doing YouTube Real Food Show interview? Like, don't we have like measles, the highest it's ever been in 4,000 years in America? Don't we have like a lettuce outbreak that's killing people? Like lettuce is killing people in America. And this guy's like, I'm on the Real Food Show saying no gag reflex. I'll eat anything. Okay, go eat that lettuce, pal. Go eat the lettuce. Prove to us. By the way, where's that? Remember that the travel secretary, the Real World Road Rules guy? wasn't he like driving around the? Didn't he do a road trip around the country to eat food everywhere? Well, we're all going hungry and going to food banks. Where the fuck is that documentary? Real World Road Rules. Duffy dude. What is his name? Tim Duffy or something? Bob Duffy? I don't know what his name is. Why did he disappear? Like all the beginning of the summer, it was like on every news show. Like, hey, look, I'm traveling around the country with no gag reflex, guzzling all the steak I can guzzle. And now it's like, where'd that documentary go, buddy? Anyways, these people are just not spending our taxes well, like at all. It's kind of frustrating. All right. So I had to play that for you. We'll go back to it. We'll definitely go back to it. We're going to go back to it. But let's get to some news. We got to set up the news. He's a court jester without the laughs. Oh, he's got the laughs. He's got the laughs. They're just not planned, you know? Like, he wasn't planning for anyone to laugh at that, but we are. We're laughing at him. Dana Bash. That wasn't the Dana Bash interview. I just had that photo up because I forgot to take a picture of that one. But yeah, she was. She definitely got under his skin. He doesn't want anyone to ask about the hundreds of millions they spent on the road trip. Yeah, I believe that. Hold on. Catchy Electro Music says, I like Jeffrey Epstein's best friend, and please keep all of Donald Trump's crimes in the Epstein files hidden from us. Weird comment. They are robbing us. Hold on. What's that? Transportation secretary? What's his name? Sean Duffy. Where's Sean Duffy's road trip? Duffy road trip. Faced significant public and ethical backlash in May 2026. Yeah, I remember that. Over the Great American Road Trip, 5-part TV reality series to celebrate. Where can I watch the road trip? That's what I want to see. I've already seen the trailer, the 4-minute trailer and the 145 trailer. Where is the... They spent $100 million... Oh, Smoke a Blondie, you weren't even kidding. Oh my God, they spent... What the hell happened to Sean Duffy's road? They spent $100 fucking million on a road trip? Corporate sponsors of Sean Duffy's road trip reality YouTube series spent millions to fund a project that has yet to launch. What? Oh my God. It's on YouTube? The Great American Road Trip? Please bring this to a YouTube link. Please. Oh my God. He only has 1.7. He has 1,700 subscribers and 6 videos, and none of them are the actual series. This is fucking great. Oh, I'm so glad they wasted money on this. This is so amazing. Love America, see America, but you'll never see the video. We did the road trip, and he probably did some kind of domestic something. I'm just guessing par for the course with the MAGA, the traditional conservative family values. I'm guessing if he started in New England, about halfway through Amish country, Pennsylvania, there was some kind of domestic dispute, and they had to cancel it. You know, kids were crying. There was, oh my God, yeah, it was probably just a nightmare. Mac and cheese was spilt. Oh my God, they couldn't figure out on the radio station. They wanted to do the Spotify playlist. The wheels on the bus go, shut the fuck up. I'm not doing this. Get out of the car. Oh God. Now I really want to watch Sean Duffy's road trip. I just want to see I want to see all of the parts of his show where you see like the underlying family issues. Because that's what the trailer is. The trailer is like, look at how great me and my family is. Oh, we're going to go spend infinite money traveling around America. Watch us live on YouTube. And I guarantee you by day 3, the film crew is like, should we call Child Protective Services? This does not seem safe. I guarantee it. Release the videos, Sean. Release the videos. Somebody spent $100 million on that. That's fucking nuts. Now, to start the news today, because I just want to, I know Mag is here. And I just want to point out from the past. I would like to point out from the past that this man is a pathetic liar. A pathetic liar. Not even a good liar. A pathetic one. And he gives away the game. Because a good liar is slick, sneaky, cunning. You know, they look like doves and they act like serpents. That's a good liar. You know what I mean? They come in wolf in sheep's clothing. Bah, until chomp. But this dude's just a fucking moron. He gives away the game. Donald Trump is one of the stupidest presidents we've ever had. And I only say maybe one of the stupidest because I wasn't alive for like Taft, you know? Taft got stuck in a bathtub, and I would just imagine to get stuck in a bathtub, you gotta be pretty dumb. You know, you can't be like, I could pull it off, you know, and be a smart person. Like, you can't be a fat person thinking, I'm gonna get in that bath. I'll fit. I'll totally fit in there and be a smart person, you know, and then get stuck. Like, that's, I don't know. That's not a sign of intelligence. I didn't take the BuzzFeed test on it. And I'm not sure if he took a dementia exam test like Donald Trump did and then bragged about it many times. But, you know what I mean? I wasn't there. I couldn't tell you. I wasn't boots on the ground when Taft got stuck in the tub and it hit the headlines. And people were like, oh, what a fucking moron. Can't believe we elected this rube. So I'll just say, like, he's possibly one of the stupidest, you know? He's definitely the one who's lied the most. I'm confident in that. And listen.
You have a poll coming out. Unfortunately, I want to know what it is. You know they do that straw poll, right? Now, if it's bad, I say it's fake.
If it's bad, I say it's fake. If I didn't win the election, I say it's rigged. He's said all these things. This is not me making it up. That's why I'm playing this for you, MAGA, because he tells you, he gives the game away. Okay? I want you to imagine playing Uno with him. And instead of, you know, calling out Uno when you got one card, he pretends he has two cards. And he's like, I don't have one card. I don't have to pick up it. There's no penalty for that. You would be infuriated playing a simple game like Uno with this dude. And somehow you tolerate it. You have zero self-worth, zero self-respect, and you allow this man to walk all over you like a goddamn ex-wife. And you need to cut it out. You need to stop. I'm here to boost your confidence. Not that fake aesthetic confidence that MAGA tries to pull off. We all see that's a fucking shadow of a fucking dust particle. You know, that's not confidence. True confidence is being like, you said what? Nah, I ain't gonna believe you. You said what? No, you've been caught lying many times? No, I have too much self-worth to keep putting my faith in a liar. My God, folks. So, you heard it here. I played all these clips. He even said, he was like, if we don't win the election, we just say it's rigged.
Now, if it's bad, I say it's fake. If it's good, I say that's the most accurate poll perhaps ever done.
People love that because that's who they are. The reason people laugh and love that is because, like, when a comedian goes into a taboo topic and then kind of makes it funny, but there's this hint, this trickle of truth dripping out of it, where people are like, oh, I know someone like that. Or deep down, they're like, yeah, I would have done that. That's what Donald Trump has summoned out of the depths of some of these people's souls. You know, they're like, yeah, I do that same shit. You know, my work numbers came out. My boss was like, these are not good sales numbers. And you're like, those are fake. And he's like, what? What are you talking? What, fake? What, you got more sales? Show them to me. You know, and these are these people. These people, they walk among us, folks. That's what this, man, what the fuck's his name? Hold on. Almost remembered it. Nope. Ken Burns. I didn't need to look it up. When Ken Burns does a documentary about Donald Trump, it will be called They Walk Among Us. That's what it will be, because these are the wretched of the earth. You understand me? These ain't normal people. These are people that swear by the Bible and do the exact opposite. These are people that will tell you to your face like they're the most American, and then in the next breath say like, no American should have health care for free, you know? while it exists outside of the world. Like, these are the people that are a walking Hippocratic, hypocritical lesion on the fucking American leprosy epidemic. Because that's what we are. We're falling apart. We are coming to pieces because of these people that think they're the most American while trying to attack their neighbors. Their fucking neighbors. Donald Trump doesn't live next to none of you. None of you bitches. Have you ever seen the golf course that he lives at? You don't live next to him. You know who did? Jeff Epstein. And you're trying to act like this dude's your neighbor? No. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. This guy fucking hates you. So I'm here to tell you, if you're MAGA, if you are MAGA, have some better self-worth. Set some boundaries, some values, some goals. We need to build your confidence because you are a fractured human being. Anybody who can follow a slithering toad like Donald Trump has something wrong in the hoo-ha? What is this? What is the thing in your skull called? The coochie? I forget. Anyways. All right, now let's get to some more of Donald Trump lying. I got to set the groundwork before we get into the actual news. I got to set the groundwork, okay? I'm laying the foundation of the building. If any of you are into that old builder, Jesus H. Christ, that old, he wasn't a carpenter. He left his father's business when he was young. I mean, his dad, Joseph, died when he was young, you know? And he was like, you're not even my real dad. I'm going into building faiths. I'm not building wood tables anymore. They cut that part out of the Bible. Anyways, if you're into that great ancient builder, Jesus Christ, you'll understand that you got to build the foundation on something solid before you move ahead. You know, if you're building that on sand, oof, that building's going to have a tough time. Just ask people by the shore. Ask Ben Shapiro on what he thinks about people that live on the coast. Didn't he just say if their house could go underwater, they could just sell it? And H Bomber Guy, another YouTuber, had to make a video saying, sell it to who, Ben? Aquaman? Who the fuck's buying an underwater home? And the funniest part about that is, like, people really thought Ben Shapiro was like a smart boy. They heard that argument, like, oh, that's like climate change is real. Their houses go underwater. They'll just sell the homes. It's like, dude, is there a big market for underwater homes? What is this, that fucking Star Wars movie with the Jar Jar Binks guy? Where he's like, yeah, I live underwater. You know, like, who heard that and was like, Ben Shapiro's like, that's my kind of intellectualism. If your house is underwater, just put it on the market. Cat, please, cat. Sorry, you can't see the cat, but it exists. Trust me. I'm drowning in pussycats over here. God damn, cat, stop. Don't eat my stuff. All right, I'll show you. That's fine. I'll show you. You didn't believe me. MAGA's like, I don't believe this liberal tard. You know, and it's like, I'm not a liberal. I'm a leftist. Look at this cat. It's eating my Groot skull. Do you know how hard it was to fight and kill a Groot? Damn. Damn, you can't just fight and kill a Groot, you know? Anyways, so we're laying the foundation for the rest of the news today. If you're wondering why I'm taking so long, number one, I enjoy your company. How's your Tuesday going? Kat, I promise you. I promise you. What are you going to do? Are you going to eat the electrical cords now? Just sit there and be ornamental. God damn. My apologies. I think my cat is trying to take the internet out. Anyways, anarchism is better. Yeah, I like that too. Don't like socialism? Get off the internet. Roads, bridges, GPS, utility grid, 911. An Arctic adjuster's like, roads aren't socialism, you moron. They're all brought to you by Verizon. Verizon paved all the roads with their profits. What are you talking about? Arctic adjuster, do you have brain damage? Oh my God, I can't do this today. I can't do this today. Oh, wait. Arctic Adjuster makes up for it. He goes, roads are paid for by the states. You people are so dumb. How do you think the states got those money? Do you think the fucking states are out there doing lemonade stands? They're like, hey, man, we got to build a couple more roads. You want to chip in? You do know how states and federal government work and where they get the money. I see what I mean. I can't do this. MAGA is so fucking stupid. Like the basic fucking civics of how a country runs is beyond them. It's beyond them. Oh my God. What is your fucking fire department brought to you by Amazon? We promise if you have a Prime Fire Department subscription, we'll be there overnight. Just wait until that happens. And then you'll be like, oh shit, I kind of did like that communal thing. I kind of did. It's okay. You're one of them dum-dums that's got a FAFO. All right, let's lay the foundation. Here's some clips of Donald Trump saying, talking out both sides of his mouth, as we used to say back in the 90s.
Now, I'm not saying I was 100% thrilled with the contractor, but the contractor was rushing. We wanted to get it open for July 4th, and we got it done. Yeah, by the way, I didn't know the contract.
He's talking about Green Water Solutions, whatever that guy's name is. He looks like a Dick Tracy villain that he gave $14 million of our tax money. He used, when you paid taxes in April, that money went to paying for the reflecting pool to turn into a swamp. How ironic, you know, drain the swamp or make a new one. It's all the same thing in MAGA's eyes, you know, which is just winning. That's all it is. And that's what he's talking about. So listen closely because he talks out both sides of his mouth. He didn't know the guy? Really?
Contractor was rushing. We wanted to get it open for July 4th, and we got it done. Yeah, by the way, I didn't know the contract.
You didn't even know him? You didn't even know him? Okay, this is what I'm talking about, MAGA. I got to point this out before we get into the rest of the news because I just want to show you how stupid you are. That's it. How stupid you are. I don't know if you got the memory of a... If I said goldfish, everyone's going to be like, actual goldfish are pretty smart. Okay, I get it. But you know the colloquialism here in America where it's like, oh, he's got a memory of a goldfish. Got a memory of a gnat. You know, he's got the memory of a Republican. There we go.
Everyone said the contract. I didn't know the contractor.
You didn't know him. You didn't know the Dick Tracy villain that I'm pretty sure, like, lived by you and that you bragged about knowing? That you got a pool guy?
But when it was completed, it was perfect. I said, you know, Doug, I have a guy who's unbelievable at doing swimming pools. I'm going to send my contractor over and take...
Oh, so wait, you didn't know him, or do you have a guy who's unbelievable at swimming pools? I thought he was just saying pools at first. I forgot he said swimming pools. Because, you know, the reflecting pool is just like a Olympic-sized pool. What the fuck was he... This is the biggest grift happening on Americans while, like, 17% of them... 17% of the Republican Party is MAGA. So it's even smaller than 7. I would say it's like, you know, 6% of actual Americans, maybe even smaller, 3%. I don't know the numbers, are just okay with this. And if you bring this up and you point out how Donald Trump is literally lying to your face, he's just saying whatever fits that day. Whatever narrative keeps the accountability off of him is what he'll say that day. And they're just like, why are you so obsessed with Donald Trump? I see you're talking about him again. Don't you got a job in your mother's basement? Oh my God, TDS. It's like, just shut the fuck up and listen to what your president's saying. He's lying to your face and it's all on film. This is in the 80s where they had to like get out the VHS recorders and be like, oh shit, we're gonna get this to tape. You know?
Take a look. He looked at it. He called me up. He said, so we can do something on it. We have a color. It's called American Flag Blue. I said, that's the color.
Oh, that guy might be colorblind because I saw it came out Shrek Swamp Green.
He talked me into it very easily.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just laying the foundation, folks. That's all. By the way, do you guys know who Dennis Prager is? Absolute scumbag. One of the worst humans on earth. He has PragerU. You might have seen these advertisements on YouTube. PragerU. But they just try to convince you, like, hey, America isn't what like those history books said. America was like George Washington got here. The English were like, fist bump, we're gonna let you be Americans. And Washington was like, hey, black folks, you guys are all pretty awesome. Nobody has an issue, right? Like, it's that kind of fucking like, hey, let's really use kid gloves on these people in Alabama and Mississippi for like explaining their own history to them. And I don't know why they're so proud about the South rising again, but let's wrap it up in this aesthetic of like, hey, everything's been all good and nobody really did mean stuff ever here in America. They also have like PragerU Kids, which is absolutely toxic for children. In fact, I started a YouTube kids show called The Revolutionary Classroom just because these motherfuckers did it. I don't have the people, the time to write and film and record and edit these episodes, so I've only done 2. But I just felt as a human, it was my duty. If these people were going to fucking like make a stained glass window out of America with people's caca, and tell them that it was beautiful, I had to do something to combat that. So maybe I should try to get some public funding, right? Maybe I should go the route of Elon Musk and become a welfare queen. But here's Dennis Prager, co-founder of PragerU, who doesn't think watching animated child pee is evil.
A poor substitute, but it is a substitute if that were the case. No child is being used. It's all animated.
He's talking about CSAM anime. This is like one of the biggest backers of the Republican Party, of shaping the laws, of shaping the direction of this country. This dude, Dennis Prager, he has PragerU. If you've ever seen this guy in a commercial, he's like trying to teach a university, and this is his hot take. Yo.
Yeah. And he
But
is,
would you use the word evil of animated child pornography? Because
no,
I
I can't.
certainly would.
No, I would use evil only with behavior.
This is Dennis Prager of PragerU and PragerU Kids. Check his fucking hard drive.
That's where we might differ, forgetting the sex issue. You can't be evil. You didn't do evil if you thought evil. You did evil.
My Christ. Jesus, did you hear what he just said? He needs to read when you talk about like what comes out of your mouth is from your heart. Oh my God. It resonates so hard that these people claim to be of Christ or some kind of biblical knowledge. Like, oh God, this is a demon. This right here is a fucking demon. This is a walking, breathing demon on earth. And I don't say that lightly, and I don't say it often, but this is a demon. You don't start a university to influence teens and young adults. You don't start PragerU Kids to influence children, and then have a take like this, you know, to excuse whatever behavior you're thinking is not evil when it comes to CSAM. And we need to lay the foundation. That's why I'm doing this before we get to the news. Because this is all the stuff they're defending. They're defending lying. They're defending getting out of whatever maybe suits them in the moment. You know what I mean? Which is ironic because you'd figure these people would be defending gay rights and like all the stuff that they're going after. Because if you know anything about the Republican Party, they usually crash the grinder app at all their conventions. Go on, Dennis.
Masturbating to animated pictures of pornography, I'm not doing something evil.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think that's despicable.
Good. Whoever, I don't know who this interviewer is, but good on calling him out because he thinks he has enough money to push people over, and you need to stand your ground with these people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, of course.
Who is being hurt? You have to have a victim.
Oh, I'll tell you, there's at least 2 people being hurt. There's the person who's poisoning himself by encouraging him to think acting out on children, and there's also the animator.
Okay, wait a minute. We both are aching for him not to have those fantasies.
No, you're not. Oh my God. This is why you have to just hear how these people think. I'm so blessed. We are so blessed that these people feel confident enough to go on interviews and just look so foolish, so deeply and devilly foolish. because without these kind of podcasts, we would never know that Dennis Prager of PragerU is like, no, watching animated season, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. And then the podcaster's like, I think there's something deeply wrong and evil with it. And Dennis was like, no, we're all aching that it didn't exist. Now, I'm pretty sure just a breath ago, you were like, hey, it's fine with me. You know, like, dude, I've never seen a quicker backpedal. You should enter into the Olympics, man.
I agree with you, but
you won't call it evil.
I won't call a fantasy evil.
Ah, that's an interesting take. But it's just a fantasy. And, I mean, who ever heard Jeffrey Dahmer say, like, I was having these fantasies and acted them out? Who's ever watched the Netflix series where they did the interviews with the people? They were like, oh, I kept having these fantasies. I finally acted it out. Hey, it's a fantasy. I won't call it evil. What is he, the stupidest fucking guy on earth? No, that title goes to Donald Trump. If you want to know how corrupt he is, let's get to it. Oh, man, did you put your money on Scott's Miracle Grow? Did you put... Goddamn, man, we're going to the moon. Are you not coming with us? Because the president was given a plug in the White House to Scott's Miracle Grow. This is so bananas. You understand that if, like, Obama was like, and I just want to give a shout out to fucking my people at Tide. Tide keeps my tan suits so fresh and so clean. Like, I think the country would have fucking imploded. And here's Donald Trump being like, yo, shout out to Scott from Scott's Miracle Grow. Best stock to buy. I mean, keeps the White House so green and so fresh and so green. And people are just like, yeah, it's my president, man. That's so cool. And you don't understand that he probably just made $1 jillion. There's not even words for how much money he's making now. He's just like, put the 6.5 billion on Scott's Miracle Grow and watch this. And he's like, all right, official announcement from the Oval Office and the desk of the poop in my pants president. Scott's Miracle Grow, gotta give a big shout out. This is like I did radio for 20 years. This is like a goddamn radio show. This is like a podcast. This is the fucking podcast bro president. You know when Joe Rogan slips into like, hey man, this podcast is like 4 hours long and I'm not doing it in uncomfortable boxers. To tell you what, I'm doing it in MeUndies because they're so comfortable. And you're like, is this an ad or is he really wearing MeUndies? You know, and you don't know because it's slick. Like, he's not even this slick. He's just like, hey man, best grass ever, Scott from Scott's Miracle Grow. Like, is it really just Scott from Scott's Miracle Grow? This is how stupid he is. Or stupid I am, but I don't give a fuck. And this guy's doing a podcast fucking advertisement. This should be labeled a fucking sponsorship in the corner of the fucking thing. Like, if he was on YouTube right now and it wasn't labeled, he would get flagged. And he's in the Oval Office using our tax dollars to pump and dump his stocks. Holy shit, MAGA. You guys are morons.
Replaced with the top stuff. The parks are all being replaced. It starts very soon, actually. We'll do one at a...
What are you saying, sir? You gave a big contract to one of your buddies again? And then once shit goes yellow, you're going to be like, I didn't even know the guy. What are you talking about, Scott? I don't know Scott from Scott's Miracle Grow. What the fuck's going on here? Oh my God, how did he burn all the grass? You know, like, what? All right, you got a good guy that could do some green lawns? Okay.
It's about 700 acres of parks. They're all going to have brand new, the best grass you can get. Scott.
Why doesn't anybody ask him, sir, will this be like the best American blue reflecting pool we could ever get? Will this be anything like the reflecting pool, sir?
You know Scott's Miracle Grow. They're doing it. They do great grass. What can I tell you? I got to give them a plug because they did the White House for free. Sir, a friend of mine, a guy that he's terrific. We'd like to give you new grass at the White House. I said, I'll take it. How much? He said, free. I'll take it. One of those things. Thank you very much.
That's what you call a quid pro quo. You could not do that in radio, just so you know. Like, when I worked in radio, that is against the law. If they're like, hey man, we just wanna help you out, show you how good we is. You know what I mean? We're gonna do all of your lawns. We'll do everybody on the show's lawn for free, man. Don't even worry about it. And if you go on the air and you're like, God damn, I got the greenest lawn ever. You know Scott from Scott's Miracle Grow? Pfft, whew, who doggy? Did they do good work and you didn't pay for that? You're getting in a lot of trouble. And here we have the president of America boosting a stock If you're MAGA and you're saying something in the comments, just shut the fuck up. Just shut your tiny hole, okay? Just shut your tiny hole. And then let's get to the great data centers of America. We have so much news. We're going to get to Laura Ingraham and the Ingraham angle and how she wants to defend this shit so bad. She's so scared that they're not going to make billions of dollars corrupting our government and overriding any kind of checks and balances that we've ever even had a gentleman's handshake on, that she's calling to unite the Democrats, Independents, and Republicans, which you notice she didn't call for the socialists because we work for the people. We represent the people. She was calling on the capitalist elite class who defend the Epstein associates, who defend the corporations that she works for. That's who Laura Ingraham and the Angle, or whatever her show is called. Laura's Angle. God, I wouldn't want to see that angle. Anyways, Laura is calling for all of the capitalist puppets to unite to defeat us socialists, because she's so terrified they won't be able to pump and dump stocks in the fucking White House anymore. I don't know what her fears are. She's probably thinking like, I won't buy a fourth house. I won't have a fourth house any longer.
And these companies are spending tremendous amounts of money on the communities, the local communities.
Really? Is the AI companies spending a lot on the communities? Because I've seen the water come out of their sinks brown in a trickle. What are they spending it on? The data center itself? I wouldn't say that's the community. Anyways.
So I think it's important that we tell the local communities that, because other nations are trying to get us to slow down.
Maybe they're concerned for us. Maybe they're like a good friend who's like, oh, you got to slow down on the drinking, man. You know, you just worried about you. Maybe it's like that.
And they're spending a lot of money on propaganda, on press, PR.
Wait a minute. Why is everybody saying, oh, what's up, Rebecca? Did you just jump in? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. What's up, Sim? Left-leaning Lindsay. Love that name. I love that name. Share this with your friends. I know I'm going at a hot time right now. Valenti's live. Hassan's live. All the big leftists are live. I'm just a teensy-tiny leftist. So if you could tell your friends about this little itty-bitty leftist, do it. And then tell them to subscribe. Tell them to hit the notification bell to all. Tell them they better do it, or we're going to fall into disaster capitalism. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're already there. But this is the only way to fight back. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. You keep telling us about how great the data centers are.
To other communities. You have some communities that really want this. This isn't all negative stuff. This is, you have communities that really want the data centers.
No, that's why those people with the ancient horse farms and rural buttfuck who cares are like, no, I'm not selling. No way in hell. No, I heard the offer. $20 trillion. I'm not going to sell this home. I'm not going to kill my community. Is it really? Really? Who's begging for it? Who's begging for it? Because I've seen in the news people who are like, I lived here my whole life and I never heard about that kind of money, but I said, no, thank you. You're going to turn the water into mud. And everybody's electric is going to be unaffordable. We're all going to freeze and die in the winter. You know, like nobody's begging for a data center. Is that what you're catching? Is that what you're picking up? If let me just say this, Donald, if everybody's begging for a data center, why don't you put one at Mar-a-Lago? Do that first, you know? Put one in your fucking backyard, then tell us how great it is, you dumb twat.
And frankly, those are the smart communities, because it means...
Oh, awesome. So be a smart person. Put a data center at Mar-a-Lago. Right? It only makes sense, folks. MAGA, listen to me. I'm just here trying to make sense. If you're a smart person and you think he is, moment of silence for your brains. And that's enough. Then he should want one at Mar-a-Lago, right? Right there on the beach. Nice, cool hum of the data center while you're listening to the waves crash in. At night, as the sun just sets behind the ocean and twilight starts to come in, but then the big yellow illumination of the data center takes away the night. I'm sure it's amazing. Only smart people want it. Oh, man, remember that? Remember when it's like, only smart people, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, it's one of those old quips. Thank you, sir.
tremendous numbers of jobs
are being lost to the AI data centers. That's just the CEOs telling us. Never mind what the president says. The CEOs are coming out being like, "Oh, we're firing everybody." No, the company's fine. We just want to build more data centers. These humans are taking up some of our money. I was like, "Really? Aren't you $1 trillion company?" They're like, "Yeah, but we need all that trillion. We're turning America into one big data center, interconnected."
Very little actual disruption. And the ones that don't want it, the happiest people in the world are foreign countries, number one, and number two, other communities within our country because they're begging for them.
Now, if you're wondering why he's hitting this so hard, why he's slobbering like fucking Khloe Kardashian trying to sell you some popcorn or some shit, is that the cloud popcorn? My sister-in-law told me that. She's like, that's the Kardashians' popcorn. I was like, get the fuck out of here. They're selling popcorn too. They're doing that too now. They're not rich enough. Like now they're gonna sell you shit popcorn, probably made in fucking Ethiopia. Like, come on. And then they got to do the KHLOUD. I know. I don't like the Kardashians either. I know. Yeah, I know they're horrible. See, even you're upsetting my pets. I can't talk about the Kardashians. It's okay. I won't mention Khloe Kardashian again. I would sue her. Whoever has kids with her should sue her because your kids aren't going to look like that. She used to, if you're just growing up now, Khloe Kardashian is hideous. She's a monster. Did you not like that? I meant her soul, but yeah, her looks are no good either. But she's tricking people. That's why she's a monster, because she got all this facial reconstruction. She was like, no, I got to look like my sisters. I can't be this one, Like, imagine having that money. Be like, oh, no. There will be no more ugly child. Oh, no, we're eradicating that. Until you have kids. And then the guy who's having kids with you is like, oh, this is fucking weird. Why do you look nothing like, what is God? Like that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Why was I talking about the Kardashians? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I was going to tell you, this absolute bankrupted soul of a capitalist, it turns out he bought 25 million worth of stocks in the companies constructing these AI data centers. So you could say he's got a tiny investment in why he's pumping this so hard, like the Kardashians want you to buy their popcorn. I'm sorry, pets. I'm sorry, pets. I didn't mean to mention them again. Anyways, let's get to the next news. Oh, now we're going to start hitting some news. Let me scroll. Oh, sorry, I missed a lot of... Oh my God, I didn't realize the chat was frozen. I'm so sorry. I'm so happy I have no idea which one Khloe is. You don't know which one Khloe is so much that you don't even understand the Kardashians only use K's. So you spelled it wrong. It's KHLOE. Like they only use K. That's the popcorn. Like there is no Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Can Kardashian, Coochie Kardashian, Klepto Kardashian. I don't know all their names. There's like 17 of them. There's so many of those Kardashians, and God bless them all. Just God bless them all. Each and every one. I feel like each and every one of those Kardashians is fucking Tiny Tim. They all get something wrong with them. Oh God. Anyways. You think Donald Trump's an alpha? That's the funniest comment I've ever seen. The guy who's like, that's a mean question. You're fake news. Is an alpha? I told you guys yesterday, never mind mansplaining. The word of the year, listen to me, Oxford Dictionary or Webster Merriam, whatever your fucking name is. You listen to me. The new word of this year is mansers. When we answer, we give mansers. And Donald Trump doesn't do that. That's all the audio. You're coming in late because I just played him being like, I don't know who the reflecting pool guy was. I have no idea. And then back-to-back audio of him being like, I got a great swimming pool guy. He is such a shifty beta cuck. You can't even figure that out. Either that or you know it and you're like, no, that's who I am. So I need him to be an alpha. That's what I think it is. You want to identify with him so hard that you think you're an alpha and you're not. Because anybody that's an alpha doesn't come in here saying shit like that. Point, set, match. Janine Pirro just ruled in favor of me. Gong, 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 gavel. You're done. I won't read any more of your comments because that was so stupid. All right, here's Senator Whitehouse's entire remarkable speech opposing Todd Blanche. But I don't want to play the whole speech. I just want to play a little bit of it. Because if you know anything about Todd Blanche, he's Donald Trump's criminal attorney. He's the crime guy. He's the crime guy. Oh, wait, where's this clip? Hold on. Where is that clip? Oh, no, that's Laura Ingraham. We're about to get to Laura Ingraham. Are you guys ready? So fucking good. This is Senator Whitehouse. I believe he's from, is it Connecticut or Rhode Island? Hold on. He is a New Englander. I like him. No, not just the White House. Senator Whitehouse. The Ocean State. Oh, Rhode Island. Oh, Rhode Island. Oh, man. That's cool. Rhode Island's nice. You know, it's teensy. The people speak differently. The Rhode Island accent is so weird. It's the weirdest one. He doesn't have one. But, yeah. Senator Whitehouse. No relation to the White House in D.C., if you were wondering. Is a fire guy. I like him. He's always saying the stuff. Whatever it be about. You know, let's listen to a little bit. I'll skip around. But Todd Blanche, if you don't know, is getting confirmed as the head of the Department of Justice. And if you don't know what role he's played in Trump's life, he's the guy who's like, if Donald Trump fired me, I'd say, thank you, sir. I love you. He is Donald Trump's criminal attorney. When Donald Trump got the 34 felonies, you know, there's a felon in the White House. He was his criminal attorney during that. And he's still Donald Trump. I don't know if Joseph W. Biden, or whatever the fuck his name is, if Joey Biden was like, the head of the Department of Justice will be my criminal attorney. Hang loose, bruh. MAGA would have needed one of Donald Trump's adult diapers. You know what I mean? And somehow this is just okay. And the worst part is like, he's not even a good criminal attorney. Donald Trump caught 34 felons. You know what I mean? Like, get a Better Call Saul. Get some dude that is like on his face slicker than Todd Blanche, because going on camera and being like, if Donald Trump fired me, I'd say, thank you, sir. I love you. Like, that shit's so embarrassing. Do I have that somewhere? I need to save that. Hold on. Where is my, let's see, my bookmarks. Oh, no. I didn't save that one. That's crazy. That's crazy. I should look that up. Anyways, let's play some of this.
Cover-up continues to participate in the cover-up and is responsible for a massive screw-up of the release of the documents.
Virtual reality for me? Good to see you. Futurici. I like that name.
On the Epstein files. What do I mean by cover-up? Well, first, they looked at 4 FBI 302s that were the testimony of a woman who told the FBI in a formal statement that she had been sexually assaulted and physically assaulted by Donald Trump around 13 or 14 years of age.
Yo, Mr. Whitehouse spits fire. This guy's awesome. I like him. I really do. And by the way, Dr. Pepper, I see there's a conversation happening about Dr. Pepper in the comments. I'm just going to take a quick break from listening to this. Have you ever had the poppy soda, Dr. something, like Dr. Soda? It's the probiotic, like healthy for you soda. The Dr. Pepper version of that is 5-star Michelin rating. I give that to I give a 5-star Michelin rating to everything. Well, not everything, you know, but like Mr. Whitehouse gets 5-star Michelin rating in his performance in this theatrical reenactment of America pretends to give a shit about the public. Because that's all this is. You know, that's all this is. Like, I can like this all I want, but the words he's saying have no effect. And Todd Blanche is going to be, Donald Trump's criminal attorney is going to be the head of the Department of Justice. If you don't understand what conflict of interest is, one day you'll look that up and they will put that as the fucking example in the dictionary. They'll be like, well, one thing is like having your criminal attorney run the Justice Department. That's like, you know, he's obviously going to be biased to you. He's defended your crime. So that's like a thing. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. So if you're wondering, like, what this Sheldon Whitehouse, that's his name, Sheldon Whitehouse. I love this guy. What this gets done, it's nothing to satiate the fucking anger of the people for a smidgen of a moment until we get on to the next news story. That's all this is. This is performative jazz. This is like going to a jazzercise class and just watching, you know, and feeling like, oh, I kind of did something today, you know. And it's like, no, you didn't. What the fuck are you doing watching jazzercise, man? You creeped everybody out. Stop doing that.
Of those 4 302s, they released one. The one that did not mention Donald Trump. Well, fortunately for transparency.
Oh, he said trans. Oh, transparency. Never mind.
These documents had been released in other areas and bait stamped.
Oh, is that like clickbait? I don't know what bait stamped is. That's kind of cool.
So people figured out that some were missing.
Oh, that's what it is. They could figure out. Oh, context clues, folks. Context clues.
And with that, the other 302s.
What is a 302? Is that like an 808? Is this like a sound machine? What the fuck is he talking about? Good damn, man.
That mentioned Donald Trump had to be produced. Only because they got caught were those 302s produced. And right now, as we sit here, Todd Blanche is still sitting on 37 pages that are almost certainly the agent's notes off of which the 302s were taken.
All right, this is getting to be a bit much. I mean, I've listened to it. You can listen to it on your own. It's great. Like if you're into sci-fi movies, this is great because that's all this is. This is a bunch of make-believe. You might as well be watching Star Wars, you know? Listen, we're all rooting for Skywalker, right? The good one. Luke, I think his name is. Not Anakin. Bastard. We're all rooting for Skywalker, but in the end, we know it's a movie. It's not like we get to have the Force. And that's all this is. I could like Sheldon Whitehouse, senator from Rhode Island, all I want, but like his harsh words about Donald Trump being a pedo and Todd Blanche covering up for him, like doesn't change the course of America. It's just for him to be in the history books and on records like, I oppose this. Yeah, I remember in the Senate when somebody got beat with a cane, you know? Like, that's a message. That's a way to send a message. I don't know. We used to beat people with canes. We used to do duels. I don't know. Just, you know, if you want to bring it back to the good old days, I don't know. You know? I'm just a satirical channel. This is all for entertainment, folks. But I don't know. You could just read about history and learn that, like, you know, when people really harshly oppose somebody, they were like, I'm gonna beat this guy within an inch of his life with my walking cane, and we'll see if he votes against me next time. You know, like I don't know. This is just kind of like a movie. Did James Cameron direct this? Who wrote it? You know, this is the guy from Don't Look Up, because this is what it sounds like. This is all performative jazzercise done by our politicians to satiate the masses. It's just opioids for the masses. For the liberals to sit here and go, well, gosh darn it, he did have some stern words for him, and that's probably going to send a clear message. It hasn't. It hasn't for 10 years. Donald Trump has been existing in our political sphere for 10 years, and this country is dumping in its pants. Okay? So these harsh words mean nothing, and I don't know. I just don't know. Bring back tradition. You know what I mean? Oh, we are Charlie Kirk. We lean to the left at the end. Oh, we lose the gun debate by a long shot. Sorry, I gotta do my stretches. Amanda from Minnesota. Oh, I wore this hat for you, Amanda. Unless that MN means something else, which, if so, I'm going to be very angry at you. Don't you trick me like that. Southsiders, Minneapolis, my atmosphere hat. I love it. Hello. Good to see you, Amanda. If this is your first time here, hit subscribe, hit the notifications to all, and keep coming back. It works. Oh, no, wait, that's AA. I think in AA, they say keep coming back, it works. Anyways, you know what I mean. Like, we have some fun. Nope, it's Minnesota. Booyah. Look at that, Amanda. I was waiting for you. The good Lord whispered in my ear, go wear that hat. So when she comes, you can tell her, you support. You support. Jane Fonda jazzercised as a teen was awesome. Virtual reality for me. I love that we're the same age. Some comments, I'm like, yeah, this is my crew. This is us. And join us, Amanda. Join us. Join the socialist side. Join the people's core. That's what we are. We're revolutionaries for the people. Oh, virtual reality for me. That's so funny. What happened to the bag of cash, Homan? Yo, that bag of cash is gone. That's what I mean. These people. Jane Fonda is a bad person looking to a Vietnam War era controversy? What are you talking about? Jane Fonda went to Vietnam against the war. What? Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, Jesus, I almost stopped the live. I don't know why I hit that. My brain isn't working. We got to get to this story. In governmental terms, a 302 most commonly refers to an FBI FD 302 form, which is the official document agents use to summarize witness interviews. However, depending on the specific branch or level of government, it can also refer to congressional budget allocations or statutory sections of the U.S. Congressional Code, I'm guessing you're going to say. That's what the 302 is. It's the witness interviews. And thank you, I am that is. See, this is what I said. Come back tomorrow, please. I am that is. I knew we were going to need you. I knew it. The good Lord whispered in my ear. He said, he's going to send you, that person's going to send you on a rabbit hole today. But tomorrow, they're going to come with the heat. The heat. And I love you for it. I did know that because I think I've read a bunch of these 302s because they're FBI witness interviews. Every time he said 302, I'm like, man, I could sample him and put it on an 808 track and make a fucking sick song for the summer. All right, we gotta get the. Oh no. We gotta talk about this for a minute. Un minuto, because we're on YouTube and my fellow YouTubers are absolute pieces of fucking scum. Only specific ones like Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, Benny Jordan. They were secretly funded by Russian state media employees to churn out English language videos that were often consistent with the Kremlin's interest in amplifying U.S. domestic divisions in order to weaken at U.S. Bernie's, weaken U.S. opposition to Russian interests and its war in Ukraine. I wonder why Tim Pool is always calling for civil war and people in America to be divided. Listen, folks. The only civil war that's going to happen is the fucking one when all the people are like, oh yeah, it's not my neighbors hoarding $1 trillion. It's the elites. It's not my neighbors voting for healthcare, which is in my best interest. It's the elites that won't give it to us, that are serving the insurance companies and big pharma. That's going to be the only civil war. As soon as enough people wake up to realize like, oh, all of the people that live in the homes that I can drive by that aren't heavily guarded and gated and accessible, those people want the same things as I do. They just want a Swanson supper microwaved to dinner because we're so broke that that's what we're sharing between a family of 21. And we would like to put on some propaganda TV once in a while. That's it. That's it. We just want to sit on a couch that's hopefully not inflatable and just enjoy some family time before we all get back to our 14 jobs, including the children, because the Republicans are trying to roll back child labor laws. And now my kids have to go to the mines, which I don't even know why. They're empty. There's no coal in there. But they just want them to have black lung again. I guess it's because the insurance companies can deny it and charge us money every month to deny us. What were we talking about? That's right. Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, and Betty Jordan secretly funded. The kindest analysis is that these guys were useful idiots. That's the kindest. That means like the most friendly analysis is like these guys are just idiots. Just dummies. Which if you've ever heard any of their podcasts, yes, I agree. They're all idiots. But I think it's more malicious than that. Also very possible they knew they were being paid to spread Russian propaganda. Either way, a total disgrace. They should give the money back. I don't think they should give the money back. I think we should force them to burn it in front of their faces. Those capitalist swine that would sell out the interests of Americans to divide us in the hopes of weakening our position against Pooltin and Russia. They did it for their self-serving interests. To build a skate park in their own house, Tim Pool? Who's going to that skate park? You have no friends. He didn't even get the Turkish hair delight. You know what I mean? Tim Pool, I mean, you know he hasn't, because he hasn't taken off his little beanie. If he went and got the turkey hair, he would take that fucking hat off and walk around in pride. He would be like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just getting a little warm in here today. Money not well spent, Tim. Money not well spent. Let me just say that right now. If you got all that money from Russia to sell out Americans and be a traitorous fucking swine, you should at least taken a vacation to Turkey and got some of that, I don't know, bear pubes? What do they put? I don't even know how they do that stuff. I'm guessing it's some kind of like llama pubic region. They like do some kind of surgical removal and then they stick it and they're like, don't worry, the llama is very closely related to the human. And once we implant the llama pubes on your head, you will look luscious. I don't know how it happens. I don't know. But apparently Turkey's mastered the art of reestablishing hair on the male head. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about that because Tim Pool's a traitor to America. And just remember that. Just remember that. Now we got to get to this dumb bitch. Capitalism does suck. Amanda from Minnesota. No Rogaine from Rogan. No, man, he owned. Listen, I will give Joe Rogan credit where credit's due. Joe owns his baldness. And that's all you got to do. You got to Stephen Miller the fuck out of it. You just got to own how ugly and hideous you are on the inside and outside. You know, just own it. Don't try to hide it. You know, that's the true alpha in you. Joe Rogan's just like, man, I'm balding. I'm gonna shave my head. Keep it simple. Do it myself. I don't gotta pay a barber. Don't gotta have a guy. Don't gotta worry that they're gonna clip my rat tail when I'm like, don't cut the rat tail. You can trim the back, but not the rat tail. You know? Wait a minute, knowing someone. You remember when Joe hawked pocket toys for men as his advertisement? Come the fuck on. No, I don't really watch Joe Rogan. I get it clipped. But did he really? I believe it. Of course. I've been shaving my head since high school. There you go, Colander. You can't use your real name or leave on target at anything on YouTube or it turns into a pure propaganda network. I've tried on many different accounts. Oh, really? Well, I'm missing teeth, still a cutie. There you go. That's what, listen, missing teeth, missing hair, I don't give a fuck. And I stand on this. It's about just being who you are. That's like the whole, that I should sell a 27-week course to incels everywhere. That's what I need to do. And through the first 26 weeks and six days that they're paying premium dollar for, it's all bullshit. It's all clickbait. Just wait till next week. Just wait till next week. And on the final day, I'm like, here's the secret. Just be yourself. Just be authentic. If you're an absolute scumbag, guess what? Most ladies are not going to like you. But you will find that one woman who's like, yeah, I really want to be mistreated. Yep, I'm going to lock myself into this relationship. My family is going to hate me and disown me and pray and worry about my well-being forever. And I'm not going to have the courage to leave. I'm going to be like Steven Crowder's wife, where it's like, I'm going to just get out of here barefoot and pregnant. You know, you will find that lady, but you got to authentically be yourself and own it, man. I have like 700 subs and a few followers on this account. Never seen any propaganda networks like Rogan being pushed. Huh. It just depends. Like, honestly, if you even type Joe R into the thing, like, they'll just start pushing at you, you know. Joe Rogan hawking flashlight. It's going to have me giggling for weeks. I remember when AI started using Joe Rogan's voice to sell like a military grade flashlight, which I highly doubt is military grade. What is a military grade flashlight? You know what I mean? What are you seeing through Osama bin Laden's house? They should have said that. It was like, look at this military-grade flashlight. We could see through the ocean to his grave. And they were using Joe Rogan's AI voice. And I'm like, who thinks this is really Joe Rogan, you know? I would be myself, but my family is full of bigots. Yeah, but if you're not a bigot, just be yourself. You know what I mean? Your family is not you. I thought being a dude had the upside of not needing a toy. So good, Blondie. I'm lucky I grew up in an anarchy family. Well, listen, it's not... I get that. That's a tough... Listen, who said that? Monsieur Azur. Love that name. I love so many of your names. You are not your family. This is a channel of generational curse breakers. I want you to understand that. Whether you come from something that you totally believe in and support and have no shame against how you grew up, or whether, you know, you've had to work through that shame and those obstacles of the lottery of birth. It's all irrelevant. You today choose who you want to be. You will set your values. You will set your boundaries. You will set your goals. You understand me? And I truly mean that. I'm not joking. Right now, we're taking a break. This is the break of like, I'm not fucking joking. I'm really trying to talk to you. Hold on. Harmons are war. If people would just own it, don't over-own it, just accept it. Yeah, that's true. I'm here for the vibe. There we go. That's why I'm your official vibe coach. YouTube's vibe coach, if you didn't know that. That is true. Copyright, patent pending, yada, yada, yada. Don't try to steal that, Tony Robbins. But who's Monsieur Azor? I really don't want you to feel... there's so many people that I think, like... I think sometimes people don't understand, you know, that the true freedom is choosing to not... to see the error of your family ways and to break free of it is one of the most radical things you could do in your life. So I encourage you to do that. Men are the needy ones for real. Oh, that's as a man, yes, Dusty, of course. My God, yeah, yes. Monsieur Azure, I am myself online with the people I trust, but my family is all heavily religious, so I'm waiting to be able to move out so I can come out to them as broke as fuck. Yeah, see, and this is what I mean. There's tricky circumstances, and I understand that. You got to act accordingly, right? You're in survival mode. That's what I would call it. You're doing what you need to survive, and you're suffocating your true self, but you're allowing it out at certain points. And that's all. As long as you've come to recognize those two distinguished points about what is going on in your life, then I think, you know, you have a healthy way forward. But that's what I mean. Like, it can be so tricky, so tricky. And I understand that, man, especially when you can't get away, you know. This is also why I'm totally anti-capitalist, because people shouldn't have to suffer like that because of monetary funds. Because right now, the monetary funds aren't there for so many people, and shit like housing, food, healthcare should be staples of the American way. Like, that shouldn't be a luxury. That should be like what everyone deserves. And when you learn that there's like 26 empty homes for every homeless person, and that there's this overabundance of housing, there's not a shortage. There's a shortage of fucking affordable housing. Because these capitalists are hoarding most of the housing, and you start to understand that, you're like, yeah, man, that shouldn't be the blockage to why we have homeless people or people who can't afford a place. Make everything Section fucking 8, you know? Like, make everything fucking afford. Make everything. Anyways, sorry. But yeah, I love that. Knowing someone. Hang in there, Zer. Hang in there. Because, wait, did I miss a comment? Sorry. I am that is. Most propaganda is subliminal or the vanilla-tizing. What? Just dropped out of my pocket. I'm sorry. Oh, my hair is on one today. That's why I had a hat. I haven't washed my hair in a good long time. You want to know why? Because I go down to the ocean and I ordain my hair with salt water. Hey, what's up, puppy? Do you need to go potty? Do not jump into my lap. Do not do it. Oh, God. She's going to try to jump into my lap. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to get to Laura Ingraham. Please don't. Come here. Come here, Chubzo. Come here. Do you want to come up? Are you okay? Are you okay? Say, oh, did you just wake up? Yes, you just woke up? Yes. I might have to take the dog to go potty, so maybe I'll just play some audio. Yeah? Did you just wake up? Yes, you did? Okay. 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 Recognizing your environment is so much more than most people do nowadays. Yeah, that is true. Everybody's saying, look at this girl. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. She just woke up and she's about to jump off the chair into my lap. Are you going back to sleep? No. Do you gotta go potty? Yeah, okay. Okay. What can I play for you? Because I don't want to miss the Laura Ingraham stuff. Oh, God. Oh, God. We have that next. We got to go over the Max Miller story, too. What time is it? Oh, my God. We're really burning daylight here, folks. I can't see her very good. She needs her own seat. Yeah, she does. There she goes. Oh, you tired? Yeah, okay. You want to go lay down again? Hold on. Let me run. Oh, sorry. Whoops, sorry. Hold on. We're going to do Laura Ingraham stuff. Just give me 1 second. No. Get over here. Get over here. Just give me 1 second. Come here. No, we're going to go out. Yep. I told you. We'll go out. We'll go out. Let's go out real quick. Come on. You stay. All right. Everybody in? Everybody have a seat, please. Can everybody chill for another minute? Ladies. No, not everybody's getting in my lap. Sorry, I get a bunch of ladies running around wanting to get in my lap. I need you to go lay down. Good girl. Oh, you be a good girl. Come here. You want to come up? No, leave her alone. No. So you can say hi too. Please say hi. No, not everybody. Not everybody. Yeah. Hey, no. Hey. No. I said no. Not everybody. God damn. No. Oh my God. Now they're. No. Hey, we're gonna. Come on. Get up. Up. Good girl. Leg. Now. Come on. Let's go. No. You. Oh no. What did I start? Now they're all. No. I'm doing stuff and I will kick you guys out of here. Where's that cat? Cat, can you help me? Cat will keep these two in check. Oh, sorry. Actually, maybe I'll have the kids take. Do you want to go up and see the kids? No? Everybody's just like sitting right next to me. Like, can we both go in your lap? But they'll fight. Get up. Come on, up. No, not in my lap. No. Oh, this little bastard. All right, let's just do the news. Zoomy time. Oh no, these two are not having zoomies. They both want to be in my lap. I can't do it. You're too muscular. I can't do it. All right, here's Laura Ingraham talking about. So this is the setup. We're building the foundation.
So as much as Carville and Maher may dislike or distrust Trump, Remember the promised prosecutions that they are advocating for, Piker over the weekend. They're going to promise prosecutions of Trump and his family.
Awesome. That would be so great. These are criminals you're defending. Criminals, like proven in court, felons.
Then ICE officials, anyone who worked for ICE.
Awesome. Great. Again, criminals. They're murking people, Americans, not people. They're murking Americans in the streets of America.
Then the entire system will be put on trial.
Excellent. Excellent. The system doesn't serve the people. We're dying of lack of health care. Our resources are being sold off to foreign nations. We're being compromised from the inside by these influencers. And on top of that, like, we're not investing in our communities. Did you see Donald Trump is like cutting the preschool fucking thing? I shared that post. Hey, up. Not in my lap. God damn it.
Before it's ultimately dismantled.
Up.
So Democrats, you got to nip this in the bud now. Because if the socialists get a foothold in November, they could end up being the dominant force in the party for the next 40 years.
Amazing. You've sold me. You sold me. Wait, you're saying we'll put the Trumps in prison, ICE in prison, and the system on trial? Sounds good. The crazy part is like, isn't that was like the Republicans and MAGA even wanted? They were like, this system should be on trial. The deep state, we got to get to the bottom of this. This is all incorrigible, you know?
So as much...
Okay, so now that she says all that, listen to who she's trying to call out to. This is on Fox News. Fox News. Known panty sniffers of Donald Trump. Laura Ingraham is calling out to the...
So clear-eyed Democrats, independents, work with us.
Democrats and independents work with us? Work with Fox News? The surprising thing is like, of course they will. Of course, they're like, whoa, the socialists might get in charge. We might have to like do stuff for the people we're supposed to represent. Wait a minute. They're going to ban stock trading and not allow us to use our tax dollars for the military-industrial complex? Oh my God. Yeah, we will work with you, Fox News. Say no more, honey.
We'll form a coalition. We'll stop the madness.
They already got the coalition named the Epstein Elites. That's the coalition, the Epstein Elites. That will be the coalition. It will be the Democrats, liberals, the independents, the Republicans. We'll just call them the Epstein Elite class, you know?
Then once they're ground into the dust, you can go back to being a party that once had a reasonable core.
Once had a reasonable core. That's Laura Ingraham with the Ingraham Angle Alert. What a dumb name. The Angle Alert? The Angle Alert? The alliteration is there, but it doesn't roll off the tongue, you know? Are you telling your friends, hey man, you catching the Angle Alert? Angle Alert. It's like saying rural juror. The Angle Alert. God damn, man. This is on real TV? People have to... Do people pay to watch Fox News, or is that just... It's on regular TV, right? Or is this a cable show? I don't even know. I haven't watched cable or TV in God knows how long. Whew. It's been a while. It's been a while.
And that's the angle.
Oh, that's the angle. And that's the angle, sweethearts. I'm calling for the Democrats, the Independents, and Republicans to all form an Epstein Elite triad. We'll call it the Axis of Pedos, where we defend ourselves against those poor people.
So clear-eyed Democrats, independents, work with us. We'll form a coalition. We'll stop the madness. Then once they're ground into the dust, you can go back to being a party that once had a reasonable core.
Oh my God. All this to defend Donald Trump and his criminal fucking behavior in the White House. Remember when I played for you? He was like pump and dumping Scott's Miracle Grow, probably because he bought a bunch of stock right before he went in there. God damn. Anyways, so then, remember what was it, Graham Plattner? Remember Graham Plattner? What is this? Oh yeah. This is what they want to defend when she's like, "Hey, Democrats, Independents, we gotta protect the system here." Donald Trump is trying to gut Head Start. Preschool age children. Preschool. They already took health care and food and Meals on Wheels from elderly people. They already took cancer research from kid cancer patients. I gotta see more of them goddamn Jude Hospital, St. Jude Hospital. I'm like, that shouldn't exist. That shouldn't fucking be a thing. You know what I mean? St. Jude shouldn't exist. That should exist in a third world country. Oh, wait, America is. Like, I shouldn't have to see crying parents being like, my kid got cancer and I couldn't take off work and couldn't afford it. Thank God for St. Jude. It's like, what the fuck is going... Have you ever seen the St. Jude commercials? Oh my God, I watch those in horror. I'm like, this is the America you want to defend? Where some father's like crying, he's like, my kid got cancer, it was the worst day of my life. And my job was like, you don't have fucking any family leave time. And how are you going to afford it if you take off work? You'll lose your health insurance. And I was like, oh, God damn, he's right. Looks like we're just going to have to let you go, little Timmy. And then St. Jude's came along and said, we'll pay for everything, but not the Uber ride here. Like, this is dystopian. And this is what they're trying to do. This is the system they don't want on trial. The system works for Laura Ingraham. Look at her face. Look at that face. Look at them lips. You telling me those are the original lips that came out of her mother's butt or however she was born? You know, I'm guessing she came from an egg. Like one of them gremlin eggs that's real slimy. But do you think those are the OG lips she arrived on planet Earth with? No. 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 Not a fucking chance. And she's saying, don't put this system on trial. The one where we're taking free preschool fucking from kids. The one that we're taking free preschool. You know those kids, they should have to go to Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac and get out a student loan to go to preschool. That's the America we're heading to. And if you don't believe me, here's another news story that I fucking found for you. My Christ. The top's cut off. I'll just get to meat and potatoes of it. I brought this up a while ago. AMC CEO something Aaron, because I can't read it, says they're going to do sightline seating. Sightline seating. That means unless you pay a subscription, $27.99 a month, unless you become an AMC A-list member, which I don't even think there's other movie theaters out there. How do Americans be like, oh, the free market's great? It's like, tell me what other, besides like a local place that you go to and they just play like, I don't know, fucking E.T. once in a while, you know? Like, tell me another movie theater besides AMC. There aren't, like, it's, God, we were so broken. We were such a broken fucking species. But now they're like, I used to go to the movies and not have to be like, oh yeah, I'm subscribed here. Could I just fucking not sit in the front row? That's what they're trying to do. Never mind dynamic pricing. Never mind surge pricing. Never mind fucking we're spying on you, AI data center. We're retinal scanning you. So when you want to come into Walmart and have a popsicle and it's a hot day, we know what kind of Walmart popsicles you like. We jack up the prices. Now the movie theaters are like, let me get in on that. We're going to make you have to be a A-list member. They should have just called it the red carpet rollout. You know, like these douchebags are making everything a subscription service. Everything. And us socialists, we're against that. You shouldn't have to just subscribe to your healthcare through a job for a monthly payment to maybe have access to fucking a doctor if you need it. You know, like you shouldn't have to go and subscribe to become an A-list member to sit in the middle row seats. And that's what they want to do. That's what they're doing. This is only going to get worse, people. My God, put the whole fucking system on trial and do like one of the mock trials where it's like, you know, like, hey, we're just, there's no innocence here. Like you're guilty. We'll just do a pretend trial, you know, and we'll have the Scarecrow from Dark Knight Rises sit on that tower of books and be like, death or the ice. And then that guy's like, that's a trick. They're both the same thing. I'm like, ha ha ha. Yep, it was. There was no choice there. You know, like, let's do that kind of trial with the system. Anyways, I wonder why Laura Ingraham's defending it, you know? I wonder why this lady's defending it. This rich, behind a gated community, if she doesn't even own her own fucking community, wants it, you know? And I love that Hassan was like, I want law and order. I want corrupt officials to go to jail. Only the poor get punished for crimes in this country. Half the incarcerated don't hold a candle to what Trump and his Epstein affiliates have gotten away with in the past 2 years. Jail and prosecute. Jail and prosecute. And the law and order crowd should be all for it. I gotta put my hat back on. Excellent. Looking good, sir. Looking good. All right, where's this? All right, there we go. If you haven't heard of Max Miller, remember Graham Plattner? And he had those allegations and then immediately just disappeared. They were like, get rid of that socialist. And he poof, fucking disappeared. No, he wasn't really a socialist. He was just like, hey, the oligarchs are not good for the regular people. I'm a clamor, you know? And then they were like, he meant clamor literally. Listen to the allegations. Anyways, I'm just joking. We're just having some fun here. We're just having some fun here. Nobody calls those kind of allegations clamming. Nobody. Until now. I did. As a joke. What are you guys, sensitive? What do you need, a safe space? Don't cuck out on me, folks. I'm just joking around. Because now there's like some seriously heinous allegations against a guy running for Congress, and all the Republicans are like, I don't know. I think he'd fit in well. You know, listen.
I also want to ask you about something a little closer to home. There is a colleague of yours in the...
Hold on, can I just say the way she said home? That sounded like she's from Baltimore. Let's just rewind that.
I also want to ask you about something a little closer to home.
Oh my God, is this lady from Baltimore? I don't know who this is, but I'm guessing she's from Baltimore.
There is a colleague of yours in the Ohio delegation, Max Miller, who is facing allegations of abuse from an ex-wife of...
I would just like to also say Jim Jordan, the guy who, if you know his history, kind of hid some abuse. I don't think he's like a reliable person to ask about this, because I think his history says like abuse. What abuse? You know?
The wife and his then toddler daughter. Do you think that Max Miller, who denies this abuse, should he resign?
Hold on, Smoke a Blondie. Brian Poindexter, are you messing with me? Is running in Max Miller's district. So vote for anybody who isn't this abusive piece of shit, Max Miller. Not them getting jacket off Jordan for commentary. Thank you, Lovely Nick Lindsay. We right here. We right here, fam. We right here. Jim never sees nothing. I'm surprised he didn't wear a fucking t-shirt. Like, I didn't see it. What? You know? She's roasting him. Oh, this... Listen, if this Baltimorean babe is roasting him, then I'm all for it. And maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Let's finish the audio.
From Congress in light of the accusations?
Look, this is a family matter. I know Max is a good man. I was up campaigning for him. I hope he wins re-election. He's done a good job as a member of Congress, and we should all pray for his family. These are difficult times that they're going through. We understand that. These kind of situations always are. But Max is a good member and a colleague, and hopefully he's going to win re-election. But ultimately, in the end, that's up to the voters in his district. But yeah, we were up helping Max just a few weeks ago at a.
I would be like, you already said that once. This is getting a little. We get it. You really helped this guy.
Campaign event up in his district in the northern part of our state.
So, I mean, it's just worth noting. I mean, the allegations include that Miller scalded his ex-wife's chest and stomach when he threw hot water at her, that he held a gun to her head, that he pushed her against a wall and hit her in the head, that he fractured their daughter's collarbone and bruised her shoulder, that his 2-year-old daughter reportedly told his ex-wife, quote, Daddy, kill you. I want to play for you what you said when you were asked about Graham Plattner, who faced allegations of abuse. Let's watch what you told.
I've not heard all this stuff.
Well, it was in the New York Times. It was in the New York Times. That's the list of allegations. It's been out there for a while.
Oh, so maybe you shouldn't do an interview about it and brag about how much you helped him if you're not well read on the subject. Anyways, let's hear about his comments about Graham Plattner.
I just want to show you what you told Newsmax when you saw that Graham Plattner was facing these accusations. Watch.
That's always been the case with Democrats. It's all about maintaining power. They will take any crazy position as long as it furthers their ability to win elections and get power, and frankly to go against anyone that goes against President Trump.
Why does that not apply here? to Republicans who want to keep power in the state?
Well, I don't know the context of the question I was asked about Mr. Plattner, but my guess it was about all the ridiculous positions he's taken.
The banner there
about
says
his
Plattner's ex-girlfriend
anti-Israel,
accuses him
the Nazi tattoo, and everything else. Yeah, well, I don't know. I didn't answer. I don't know that I answered that question. I think I was dealing with just who he was as a candidate and the crazy anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, pro-Nazi positions that he has taken.
Well, he hasn't, but it's okay. It's okay, Jim. GYM. That's okay. Now let's hear from Donald Trump, because we know he wished Ghislaine Maxwell well. Now that you've heard a little bit about this Max Miller guy and just some of the heinous stuff he's done to a fucking 2-year-old. Anyways, birds of a fucking feather these people are, man. Despicable. But let's see if Donald Trump, the president, wants to distance himself or maybe just wish him well. I don't know. Ghislaine Maxwell went to prison. He was like, I wish her well. And it's like, really? You don't wish anybody well. Let's see. Let's check in. How are you looking, sir? Looking good as usual. Looking good.
Yesterday you were.
Who are you with, please?
I'm with Washington.
Who are you with, please? I don't take questions from anybody that's going to challenge my authority.
Examiner, sir.
Good. You're doing good.
Yeah, good. You're doing pretty good. We'll see how this spans out for you if you come here again. I need a very safe space in this Oval Office.
They've been very nice to me.
They've been very nice to me. My Christ, sir, you look so good. How big's that tie?
You were asked yesterday whether Representative Max Miller should resign from Congress over the allegations, and you said that you had a look at it.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? And also, do you?
Well, it's a very sad thing. I know Max. He's
It's a very sad thing. He's like, I know, Max. I can't imagine what he's going through right now. Is this really the party of family values? It's a very sad thing. I know, Max, and my prayers are going out to him. Really, he must be just damaged goods at best, you know?
he's a good person. I mean, I always thought
Holy shit, dude.
he's a very good person.
Is he, though? Do you spend time with this man, or you just like, oh, I can relate to him? That's all MAGA is. They're like, oh, he's got those crimes? I can relate to that. Like, oh, yeah, we gotta defend this little thing of ours. They're like the mafia, but like the pervert mafia, you know? They're like, hey, blood in, blood out. We got to defend this little thing of ours. If we don't, who will? Who will keep defending the most heinous crimes against children? Holy fuck.
And I'm going to let the families figure that out. You know.
Oh, yeah. Good. Just take the side of that guy and then be like, but I'll let the families figure it out. I'm only the president. What am I going to do? Take a stance against domestic violence? I don't think so. Oh my fucking God, you pathetic weasel. You're just a weasel, sir. But looking good. He's looking good, isn't he? Look at the length of that tie. I think that means he's wealthy.
Those families, I know they're working on it. It's a very sad thing.
He's like, it's a very sad thing for my good friend Max. Very sad.
Especially when you know somebody so well.
Yo, he did the thing. He said it's a very sad thing. I really know Max well. I can't believe he's going through this. Oh my God. Imagine this woman and this 2-year-old surviving what they did and tuning into the television to hear the president being like, Max has got to be having a go of it right now. I gave him a call a little while ago, just said, hey, chin up, pal, chin up. The whole Department of Justice is behind you on this one. Like, what the fuck?
To be going through that, but it's accusations.
That's it, just like me. It's all accusations. I didn't write a birthday card to Jeff Epstein. It's all accusations. You're weak and stupid if you believe the Epstein stuff. It's a hoax.
And I'm going to let them figure that out. Yeah, please.
President, did you?
You're going to let them figure it out. I love it. He totally takes the side of this absolute garbage bin. And then he's like, but I'll let the family figure it out. I'm not here to take sides, but I know Max and he must be suffering. And my heart goes out to you, Max. Stay up, buddy. One love. But, you know, the family's got to figure it out. I'm the president. I can't take sides in a domestic dispute. Oh, this is great. Let's listen. Oh, well, we can't listen to all of this, but this guy's like her dad, something. The dad of the assaulted ex-wife. And he's talking about the 2-year-old. It's fucking, I just can't believe it, like, because like the Graham Plattner stuff was heinous, and what I said then still stays true now. It's like they're all bad people. Just let them run. But at least at that point, all the politicians were jockeying to be like, "Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible." This is where it really gets grotesque because the politicians are like, it's accusation, because it's on their team. Like, just be like, it's horrible, but what are you going to do? There's only horrible people in the government. It's only horrible people. Like, he's going to fit right in. Like, say that. Say that. Don't be like, I can't get involved, but I know Max, and fuck, he wouldn't do that. Like, dude, like, don't do that. Just be like, oh, these allegations are atrocious, but that's what we do up here at Old Capitol Hill.
She did not want this to be out in the public. That's why she asked me to lower the temperature. You got to remember, when you don't have kids and you get divorced, you can just say farewell. You never have to see each other again. But when you have a child, you have to co-parent with that individual for the rest of your life. That means scheduling pickups, scheduling drop-offs.
Well, not like, I don't know, is your kid Benjamin Button? He's not reversing backwards, 18 years old, and then and then you're not scheduling pickups anymore. What kind of kid do you have?
This is not something that you can just say, I'll never have to deal with this guy again. My daughter lives in constant fear of this man. Not like something that's existential, but deeply in her heart, she fears what this guy is capable of. You can't fathom what that makes me feel like.
I was just gonna say that, like, he's pretty composed for being like, if this was one of my daughters, I would have popped off a little bit. I would have gave him some good sound bites. I would have been. I'm not even gonna. But this guy's composed. Good on him. He must have done some counseling over this.
The dad's number one job is to protect your kids. And to have this whole thing out in the public like this is not what I wanted to do. It's not what my daughter wanted to do. But on Sunday, when he went out and did what he did, including releasing photos of my granddaughter completely naked.
He did what? I didn't know that. Oh, so lock him up? I don't know. Put him in prison, like put him in jail. How the fuck is this guy not in jail?
But now you have hundreds of thousands of psychotic human beings that have that, and to say oops is grotesque. My personal opinion is that this is a felony, and that
that's not a personal opinion. That's, I'm assuming, the law. That's right. It's America. We don't have laws for politicians and rich people. That's right. So that's why he's saying my personal opinion is this is a felony.
Every single human being.
I'm pretty sure even if it was an accident, you don't get to rob a bank and be like, oh, whoops. I don't know how that happened. That was an accident. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not a defense.
That touched that photo and transmitted it electronically should go to jail because it is illegal to do that.
Yeah. Oh my God. What is going on in this country? I'm genuinely asking because I'm confused at this point. I'm just confused. I'm like, is everybody okay? No? All right. All right. All right. Hold on. Looking good, sir. Look at that. That is who was the MAGA kid that's clearly gone now that said Trump is an alpha? Look at that. Is an alpha jawline. Do you see that nussy that comes down? It's got the crevice, a little clitty right there. That is an alpha jawline. Look at that. Whew. Alpha. Oh, it almost makes an A. That is truly a remarkable alpha jawline. Look at that. Look at the cut of that jaw. My God. My God. And how's he combing his hair? With something about Mary spooge? Like, what is that comb back right there? Poof. He's only got gel in that one little staple part. Holy shit. That is alpha as it gets. Let's just all fucking ruminate on that. That is alpha. He's looking like he's on some strong drugs or med. What's up, West X, man? Good to see you. Giant shoulder pad. Those are very... I was so taken by his nussy and jawline that I didn't even realize. Look at how far his shoulder pads come out. Jesus Christ. What are you, a girl boss from 1989? My good God, man. My good God. His man boobs are sweaty right now. Yeah, they are. Look at how far out his nipple is. My Christ. My Christ, that's a pointer. That's one of the Pointer Sisters. I bet that's what they call his nipples. The Pointer Sisters. That's definitely what they call Donald Trump's nipples, the Pointer Sisters. What's up, Tennessee Blacksmith? Good to see you, man. Long time. A 4-month comrade. I appreciate you. Good to see you. Oh, new avatar. I can't read it, but it looks good. I like the coloring. Looks like he hasn't slept in a week. Yo, get that man Michael Jackson's doctor if he can't sleep. You know what I mean? Get that man. I heard Michael Jackson's doctor was good at putting people to sleep. Get that man Michael Jackson's doctor. Is he out of prison yet? Michael Jackson's doctor. Sorry, just been busy. That's the American way, baby. I'm keeping busy, earning nothing. No, just good to see you. That's all. What have you been busy with? Catch me up. Don't share too much, but you know, the key deets. That looks like some CGI going on right there. That's my busted screen doing that. That ain't CGI. That is all man. That is all man. He slept 2 minutes before this photo. I believe that. Closed his eyes. He's like, no, I'm not sleeping. He's resting my eyes. Too busy twittering. Oh, you can't even be busy on Twitter anymore. Get Donnie some propofol stat. No, he needs Michael Jackson's doctor. If he's having trouble sleeping, you know, look at how long that eyebrow is. Oh my God, look at that. Somebody trim that. Ooh, jeez. Yo, that's what we should do every day. I should get a close-up. I'm banned from Twitter. Oh, Smoking, you just got on there. How'd you already get banned? Actually, it's pretty easy. I don't really even tweet. I just retweet shit. Because as soon as I open my mouth on Twitter, they're like, goddamn Antifa, we're blocking you. You know, you got 4,000 bots in your replies. I'm like, this is exhausting. This used to be a virtual commons. I'm actually surprised Trump never hired Jackson's doctor. Well, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson's doctor might still be in prison. I keep getting banned. Yeah. I wish they would just legalize comedy. From the Russell Brand feud? Well, it's worth it. Oh, he isn't? He's out of prison? Oh, good for him, you know? Go live your life. Go live your life, Doc Jackson. All right, guys. It's good to see you, Tennessee Blacksmith. Amanda from Minnesota Smoking. Brian, Primal, Cage. Everybody that came in. I appreciate you guys. Share this around. Tell your friends. Tell everybody to join tomorrow night. Okay? I am that is. I love seeing you again. Wes X-Man. One Way, One Truth, One Life. Good to see you. Dusty, like always. My love. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Thorn! Collender. Ashley. Ashley was here. I'm taking attendance. Harmon. Bueller. Left-leaning Lindsay was here. Okay, hold on. Let me just mark Brian Jennings, R units. Okay, attendance is done. If I missed you, I'm sorry. You won't get marked down. Yeah, good talking. Oh, treat that thumbs up as you would at Swazi's face and hit it. Monsieur Azur. I am that is. My sword shall wield for my sword. My sword. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Shall wield for me. I'm tired. But we gotta keep fighting. I attended. I got you down. Thank you. Be here tomorrow and be late. That's how I run things. Show up late. Extra credit. But I love you guys. I like hanging out with you guys. Today was funny. Today was a funny one. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Who knows? But share this with a friend. Tell everybody. Because today, you know what? I was listening to Hassan. I was listening to Valenti. I was going back and forth, seeing what these dudes are chopping it up about. I like when they just kind of just chop it up outside of the news. You know, I love their news takes, but I like when they just, you know, go off on a tangent. And I was like, I feel like I've been doing that too much lately. I gotta stick to the news. And then I just go off on tangents. And then I realized, like, I'm competing with two of the biggest leftist people in the space. Never mind the king. What's his name? There's the something. Kyle Kalinske. I forget his show name. But Kyle Kalinske. But, you know, whatever help you could do, spread the word. Or critique me. Tell me how to make it better. You know, that's Hassan. Secular talk. That's it. Thank you. Always love the sarcasm. Appreciate you. But listen, for real. Critique it. Critique it. Tell me what you can wear wigs. Oh, if I had wigs, I would. Until then, thank you for some constructive criticism. I needed it from everyone tomorrow, and don't forget to be late. Thank you. Much love.